Hello, good morning, students. Let us begin the next topic of climate, that is the factors that affects the climate of a place. The factors that affects or controls the climate of a place or any place are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents, and relief features. We will talk about all these factors one by one. First, we will take latitude. Due to the curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy received varies according to the latitude. Air temperature generally decreases from the equator toward the poles, as we had already discussed in Zoom class also. From equator, as we move toward the northern pole or toward the southern pole, the temperature decreases. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from Rann of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. Almost half of the country lying south of the Tropic of Cancer belongs to the tropical areas, and all the remaining area of north lies in the subtropical region. Latitude increases. As latitude increases, the intensity of the solar energy also decreases. Due to this curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy varies according to the latitude. Once again, I am repeating this one. And all of you know that the southern part of our country lies toward the south part, and it belongs to the tropical area, and the remaining part of the north comes in the subtropical region. See this one. The orange color portion comes in the torrid zone. It means the areas which are close to the equator or lies between both the tropics, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, they receives the direct or vertical sunlight. So temperature is extremely very high in these region. Now come to the area that lies between the Tropic of Cancer to Frigid Zone or Antarctic Circle, or Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle. In both, it comes in temperate zone. Here the slanting sun rays are falling in these areas. That is why they have they have mild climate. Means they have temperate climate, not very hot during the summer, but they remain cool. Now come to the northern pole and the southern pole. They remain in frigid zone because here the sunlight reaches in the faint way. The sunlight reaches here in a faint way, that is why they remain frozen. Now, because of this heat zones of the earth, you can easily understand the climate, shaping the climate of any place, latitude plays an important role. Now move to the next topic, that is altitude. Another factor that affects the climate is altitude. See, through picture also you come to know that as we move or goes from the surface of the earth to the higher altitude, the atmosphere becomes less dense and temperature decreases. That is why the hill stations are cooler during the summer season, and everyone want to visit these hill stations. Clear? Here also see, Agra lies very low height, whereas the Darjeeling lies in the very higher area. So the temperature and the climate of these two areas totally differ from each other. because Agra lies in the plain areas and Darjeeling lies in the hill stations. Clear? Altitude. Location point relative to sea level or above the sea level, air temperature decreases with altitude. The higher we go, the cooler it gets. 3.5 degree Fahrenheit to 100 feet is lost. That is actually the lapse in temperature. Mountainous areas have lesser temperature as compared to the areas close to the sea or to the plains. Air temperature decreases with altitude. As elevation increases, the air gets cooler because of the energy drawn from the surroundings. These pictures are shown to you just only to make you understand that as we go higher, the climate become cooler and cooler. Next topic is distance from the sea. Distance from the sea also plays an important role in shaping the climate of an area. Climate of an area. As you know that the areas which are close to the coastal region or which touches the water bodies, they are actually influenced by the moderating effect of the water bodies which are present over there. In India, in southern India, which you know as the peninsular India, one side, eastern side we have Bay of Bengal, western side we have Arabian Sea, and in southern we have Indian Ocean. So these coastal regions have equable climate, whereas the interior part means as you go to the interior part of the country, the temperature increases. It means we experiences the extreme climate. Clear? Another one is the ocean currents. Solar energy, wind and earth rotation creates ocean current. We have two type of ocean currents, the cold currents and the warm ocean currents. So the areas that are lying in the warm ocean current are surrounded by warm ocean current, they are warmer than the other ones, and the areas that lies in the cold ocean currents, they have cooler temperature. Some currents like two other great circular motions in the form of geyser. Northern hemisphere, the ocean currents move clockwise. It means in the northern hemisphere, the ocean current moves in the clockwise. यानी कि जैसे घड़ी घूमती है उसी तरीके से ocean current घूमता है. But in southern hemisphere, the ocean current moves anti clockwise, यानी कि घड़ी की उल्टी दिशा में घूमता है. Trade winds push warm surface water westward as the equator. As the water encounters the continent, they split into northern and southern flowing currents along the eastern coast, forming north and the south geysers. Clear? Last not the least is the relief feature. Relief feature means physical feature. Physical feature of any place to play an important role or a major role in determining the climate of a place. High mountains acts as a barrier for cold and hot winds. They may also cause precipitation, as if they are high enough and lie in the path of the rain-bearing wind, the leeward side of the mountain remains relatively dry. See the relief feature. This one is the Western Ghats. Western Ghats, we have hills and the winds that blows from the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. When they touch this western coastal part of our country, the western coastal region receives the high amount of rainfall. Here also the Himalaya also act as a climatic barrier. It protect us from the chilly cold wind that comes from the northern direction. That's all about the pressure and the winds. We will talk in next video. Have a nice day. God bless each one of you.